I'm hitting record and I'm hitting stream. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're scaring me. All right. So in theory, we're doing stuff.
Yes, it's up.
Thank you for noticing. My ex-wife used to say that. Yes, it's up.
No. You know. What jokes are good?
They finally came back with... Oh, it matches the microphone. They finally came back with the orange cream Coke Zero. I thought it was lost forever.
Yeah, I'm not... I'd rather... I mean...
It doesn't matter. I love it.
Everyone likes a little... There you go. That's perfect.
I love it.
I do not.
I can't help it if you don't have any
regular
taste.
Coke Zero. That's what I want.
That is so boring.
Flavor. I don't want vanilla flavor. I don't want root beer flavor. I don't want any kind of flavor.
That is so dull and normal. Why would you do that?
That's what I am. Okay, so.
Wait, hold on. Hang. Hey, time out. Bob Saget is trending.
What happened?
I don't know. I've got to click it. I've got to.
Because is he back to life? Is he?
Quote of the day. Today is the first day of the rest of your life, and if that doesn't work out for you, tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your life. Okay, it's a Bob Saget quote. Oh, he would have been 69 years old today.
Oh, it's his birthday. No.
Well, that's stupid. I want to know what the hell happened to him.
He fell.
He did not. No, he did not just fall.
Holy cow!
He did not.
Are you doubting what we were told?
Yes, completely.
Are you part of the family now?
Maybe. What if I identify as a part of Bob Saget's family?
I mean, that story is such a strange story. Come on now.
I want to know what happened to him.
We honestly never did get any verification on anything.
No, because they sealed it up.
Yeah, the family fought to keep everything quiet.
And why?
Well, obviously, man, I don't know, but
no,
it's really weird.
Caller, turn down your radio.
Yeah, thank you. First time caller, long time listener.
So yeah, Bob Saget. There's something wrong there, and I don't know what it is, but I would like to know.
And I mean, there's a conspiracy that I don't know that we'll ever know. All right,
the truth always comes out. It may take some time, but it will always.
Right. We'll get that to the Department of Justice. It'll come right out. Yeah. They're on it. There's stacks of stuff on her desk. She's going to get right on it.
Don't get me started.
But we did get the Biden her stuff, right? I mean, that dropped yesterday.
Yes.
Which is fascinating because I didn't think they would do it.
It's well, it was leaked.
Yeah. Okay.
How does Axios get it, of all places?
I know.
That's like a left-wing lunatic asylum.
I know. And good for that. I haven't heard all of it. I've only heard like 10 minutes of it. I don't know how long it is. Honestly, I couldn't. After I heard the first couple clips, I was like, I can't listen to him anymore. I just can't. And just like 10 minutes of it. Thanks for calling. Could you turn down your radio before we talk?
Shut up. No one asked you.
All right. So this chick. All right.
Yeah, yes.
I want you to, because I was fascinated by this yesterday.
And I thought it was the boobs. So you're telling me what I'm looking at in this thing is not the boobs?
Well, obviously you can look at them. Yes, they're there, but that's not what this video is about.
Well, then don't put boobs in an image you don't want me looking at boobs in.
I didn't make this image. I'm just saying this is.
You sent it. You might as well have made it.
I wish I had. So the person who made the video is, I'm sorry, WTF is that? So they're in line, and he's wondering what the heck is in her hand.
I'm pretty sure that WTF means what the fuck, not what the heck. But okay.
You don't have to be so gross.
Look, we're not broadcasting anywhere. It's just you
You
and
don't
me
have-
right now. No one
you don't
has to
have-
hear what we're talking about.
You don't have to be so gross.
Okay, so
I thought we were on the air. I thought this was radio. Anyway,
So you're telling me I shouldn't be looking at the boobs?
okay. Look at the boobs. Now scan your eyes left to what's in her hand.
What the fuck is that?
Can you not be so gross? Please?
Don't put it in front of me. If you don't want me to play with it, don't put it there.
Okay, so I watched this thing. I don't know how many times, and I was thinking, okay, so what? A new phone? Prototype?
Bogus. It's not real. This is not
Correct.
Nothing's real.
I found the video of her explaining what it is. Now I think she's selling them.
It's a piece of glass, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a piece of glass so you can stand
I've
around
sent
looking
you the
at
video.
it.
Let her explain it to you. Quit ruining
Well,
it.
it's 10 seconds.
No, the other video. Oh my God.
What?
I
There's
told you
another
that-
video
I sent
along
two
with this?
videos with this.
Is
Underneath, what is that?
Is that it right there?
There you go. Thank you.
Whoa. Is that her?
Yeah.
I like her. Oh, hang on.
This is a methaphone. It is exactly what it looks like. A clear piece of
methaphone.
acrylic shaped like an iPhone. But why does it exist? My friend is actually the inventor and creator of these, and he told me that what he wanted to test was if we're all so addicted to our phones, then could you potentially curb somebody's addiction by replacing the feeling of having a phone in your pocket with something that feels exactly the same? Now, I commentate on technology's impact on society.
Whoa. Hang on. There's no such word as commentate.
There's no methaphone either, but go ahead.
Right, so
I'm a fan of
obviously I
people
have
making
something
up words because I do it all the time, so it's okay.
to say here. I think the reason 13 million people and counting are intrigued about that video of me in the boba shop and why this is so completely sold out right now is because this little piece of acrylic feels like a physical artifact that directly responds to this collective tension we all feel about how our devices, which are meant to make us more connected, are actually having the exact opposite effect. This
So
is
the
not
video
news.
of
I don't
her
agree.
at Bobo was just a commercial. We've been had. That wasn't some guy saying, "Excuse me," that's a commercial, so everybody goes crazy over it, and then she can comment on it in the replies. It's awesome. What a great idea.
This is marketing genius.
Absolutely, it is. It absolutely is a marketing genius.
Do you remember when, and it was not that many years ago, well, I say that, probably 20 years ago now, that the idea behind marketing was that people were going to rely more on recommendations from friends than they would to commercials? And now here we are in the middle of it. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
the first thing you do if you buy something from Amazon or are going to is you look at the reviews of what other people have said.
Actually, I don't do that, but go ahead.
You don't?
No.
You don't look at how
if
many
I want
were...
a product, I don't care if what other people think about it.
Don't you act like such a rebel? Don't you want to know if it's going to break if a bunch of people say don't buy this because it's crap?
That's what I have a wife for. She does all that.
She's your researcher. Okay. Jonathan says, Brad, if you're going to sling arrows, spell the word right. Brad lives a little cream in his soda. I think he meant loves. Was that a veiled reference to something
I don't know.
off color?
Everybody thinks they're funny. That's the problem.
Death is easy.
Everybody thinks they're funny.
Comedy is hard.
Everybody thinks they're funny.
You spend years studying it and doing it. Rehearsing daily is what we do. And then people just come in and they think they can just spew it all over the chat room.
I know.
It really...
Keep it up. I appreciate it. Listen, every day, I do a stupid joke of the day on Chewing the Fat, and I have people emailing me, chewingthefat@theblaze.com, with their jokes of the day. Many they didn't write themselves. But many are now writing their own jokes. And, well, let's just say that practice needs to be had.
Do they commentate on it?
Practice needs to be had.
Do they commentate on? There's no such word as commentate.
Let's hear her say it again. That's awesome. I love that so much. Okay, this is called a methaphone.
Where is the?
All right, it's a methaphone.
I guess I should go all the way back to the beginning.
This is a methaphone. It is exactly what it looks like. A clear piece of acrylic shaped like an iPhone. But why does it exist? My friend is actually the inventor and creator of these, and he told me that what he wanted to test was if we're all so addicted to our phones, then could you potentially curb somebody's addiction by replacing the feeling of having a phone in your pocket with something that feels exactly the same? Now, I commentate on technology.
That's what she does, Brad. I don't know what your problem is, but she commentates on stuff.
This started with Steve McNair. Steve McNair, before he died, before he was murdered, he made he used the word conversate.
Okay.
And there's no such word as conversate. But now you hear everybody say it.
There is now.
But
yeah.
I mean, I guess I shouldn't be so persnickety. I should just live with it. Because that's how words, I mean, before there was a word for something, what was there? There wasn't anything. So somebody had to make it up.
Grunts.
So
noises.
Right, yes. They just
noises put together.
And so
society, right? So obviously I have something to say here. I think the reason 13 million people and counting are intrigued about that video
the thing is, I think a lot of people of those 13, 14 million are looking at the boobs.
Me in the boba shop and why.
And what? See, she even says me in the boob shop.
This is so completely sold out right now is because this little piece of acrylic feels...
Seriously, how much can you buy that? Where do you buy it?
Oh, it's a methaphone.
Let's look up methaphone. Methaphone for sale. Not megaphone.
Not mega.
I want methaphone. Oh, you can buy meth. I don't want a megaphone. I want a methaphone. Indiegogo. There it is.
There you go. Methaphone.
It's a. Is it? Oh, that campaign is closed. All right, but I wanted to find. So how much?
Methaphone, $1,100.
No, that's no.
That's what it said.
It said that's how much they were. That's how much they
raised.
It
says 1,100 American dollars.
Of how much they raised. Their goal was 500. They raised 1,100. And here's the perk: if you bought one methaphone, was only $20.
Well, he didn't sell very many. If he only got $1,100.
No, but well, how many is that? How many is that? Hang on a second. I'll do the math. Hang on. 1,100
like 60
divided by 20. No, 55.
Okay, all right.
But how many did you sell?
Let me check. Let me check the calculator. 0.
Thank you.
No, I didn't. Wait a minute. I forgot to carry the one. 0.
The estimated shipping is June, so next month. And they're doing it in the two different. Man, they really thought this through. The 1/4-inch round and the 1/2-inch round.
There you go.
The corners. Final shape neon device. So it's going to be the 1/2-inch rounded corners. But that's okay. 'Cause that's what an iPhone is. I don't. What is the in the tarred world of Android? What is how are those things?
That's about right. That's about right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Now, see, yours is square. See, that's art right there. See, see those rounded corners? Let me see your rounded corners. You got any rounded edges, corners? No.
Yeah. No. When I take it out of my otter box, when I take it out of the production box it's in.
Why do you keep it in that thing? It's meant to be felt. It's meant to be touched.
I can
caressed.
When it's dropped. Something drops on it, the otter box protects it.
It is a shame because
it's not a commercial for them because they charge me, but they have treated me right though. The otter box. I will say this: there was a couple of times that something has happened and they've replaced it for free. So
mine broke once years ago, and I threw it away. I didn't realize they would replace it.
Oh yeah,
But see, that's the shame about this is that. These do feel good in your hand.
They sent me like 2 replacement ones. I never did use the second one because I got a new phone after that. Different phone.
So what'd you do with it? Sitting in a box in the garage, isn't it?
No, I sold it at the yard sale is what I did.
It's in the box in your garage.
I don't want to tell you on the air what I did.
It feels so good. And it's a shame we can't touch them. It's a shame
I didn't do this, but what some people did, and I was reading the comments below of what other people did, and I thought, you bastards. They just returned it to the store as if they had purchased it.
And got money back. It's a victimless crime.
Credit on the account.
I would do it.
I did because it's wrong.
Sure. I'm just enjoying. Look, I'm having. There has to be.
You would get the same. You would get that same with the methaphone.
Maybe. They do feel good.
That's the whole point behind the methaphone.
They feel good. They feel. They're meant to feel good in your hand, and then we go and we put them in a damn case so we can't feel the piece of art that it is. And you see these entirely.
Why isn't everybody just walking around naked? Well, our skin is meant to be touched and felt.
I think you're onto something.
I know I am.
I like that idea. Well, not everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
I don't think everybody should. I don't think everybody should.
It's okay for one. It's okay for all.
No, that's really no. That's not a good idea.
It is. You don't have to look, and after you look once, you can move on.
That's the problem with nude beaches. It's always the ones you don't want to see. Raphael's son says the chat works here on Brad's X, but on Jeffy's feed, it's crickets.
Yeah,
what?
Well,
your Twitter thingy isn't working?
Yeah, you can reply on there and do whatever you need to do. Doesn't mean I have to answer it. I don't look.
Wow. Tough room.
It says you can reply underneath the post.
Does it? See, mostly that's what you see naked. Mostly. All right, let's see here. Okay, why isn't it? Okay, so you gotta click that. And you click that. Okay. How come I can't get the stupid... Oh, there. Sorry. Oh, that is weird.
Start the actual show?
Well, yes, but doesn't start for another 30 seconds.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I forgot how to do this. We weren't here last week. I mean, I wasn't. I mean, you weren't.
We.
Wow. Et tu, Brute?
From the heart of cattle flatulence country and home of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, it's Saturday Morning Live with Jeff Fisher from Chewing the Fat.
Yeah.
and Brad Staggs from the Daily Mojo. Today's episode, you get to decide. No, I mean, that's not the title. You, the audience, get to decide the title. Can't wait to see how this shite show turns out. Speaking of shite, here's Jeff Fisher.
Thank you. Welcome to Saturday Morning Live. We appreciate you coming along for the ride today, especially those that can't come along for the ride in the Northeastern Corridor with New Jersey Transit on strike. Have fun trying to get into the city on Monday. They stopped work. I mean, they had trouble yesterday getting into the city. They had trouble getting to the Shakira concert at MetLife. Everybody was taking buses, and I am sure, I would love to hear from someone that went to the Shakira concert that took an Uber and got the advanced pricing for an Uber to the Shakira concert, because I'm sure it was just under $1 million. So
was that? Did you say it was New York or Jersey?
Yeah. Well, New Jersey Transit is on strike, but there's many people that live in the Northeastern Corridor that take New Jersey Transit into the city and into concerts at MetLife. And those of us that have done it for quite some time know what a pain in the rear it would be. They say they can accommodate 20% of the usual travel. What a nightmare that is. There's plenty of businesses in the city that have said, don't worry about coming in.
See, I'm kind of with Jonathan over in the chat on this. He says, why would you try to get into New Jersey?
Well,
look, I've been to Ridgewood, New Jersey. I know
lived in
it's
Pennsylvania. I lived in Pennsylvania. I drove into Trenton every morning and took the train from Trenton into New York City every day. And it's a fun ride. Take the 601 Express, baby. 601 Express out of Newark.
Did you ever subway surf? Did you ever climb on top of the subway and ride?
No, I did not. No.
And you call yourself a former New York
I took the
person.
subway. I only took the subway just a couple of times. You take the subway where our studios were. If you walk down to the subway entrance, which was a block over, you only had to take it one stop, and then you come up and cut through the mall and come out on the side from the mall, and then you're right across from Penn Station. So then you just be right there to Penn Station. To
through what mall?
I forget what mall it was. The one mall there in Manhattan that is there, and you just cut. The subway gets off, and you cut through the J.C. Penney, take the stairways up into the hallway of the mall, take it down to the exit, and then you're back on the sidewalk again, underneath the scaffolding. Shoot right across the street to Penn Station.
Do you know that it's funny? You should mention scaffolding, because if you've never been to New York, there's it never comes down. Scaffolding stays up 24/7, 365.
When it rains, you're thankful for it.
Yes, but the whole reason that it went up in the first place was because stuff was falling off buildings and hitting people in the head.
Well,
and so I guess they decided that was bad.
Actually, I believe it was that they were remodeling the buildings, but you can call it whatever you want.
Nope. Then then why is it in front of every building?
Well, it's not in front of every building, but go ahead and pretend like it is.
Not in the ones that were built like in 1980, but there's scaffolding up in front of 90.
There is scaffolding up in front of many buildings, no question, no question about it. So, and one of the things that I do enjoy about this weekend, so you've got New Jersey Transit on strike, and of course, what do they want? Oh, I know, more money. We also have about 2,000 Starbucks workers on strike this weekend. So maybe the Starbucks that you go to is going to be shut down too, because they're a little mad over the new dress code policy.
At Starbucks?
At Starbucks, they're upset. Yeah, that dress code, man. They told the baristas that it's just a simple uniform, black shirts, either khaki, black, or blue, and denim pants. And they don't like it. They're upset about it. And they're not going to work. You're not going to give us a uniform to wear. Give me a break. Just wear the stupid uniform and serve me my latte or my French vanilla cappuccino or whatever I want. Okay?
Updating
That's
our
awesome.
Dress code.
It's awesome. Yeah, the new boss of Starbucks is laying the hammer down. You want to talk about a guy that got a good gig, man. That guy, the new CEO of Starbucks, what an awesome gig he got, because he lives in California. He gets the company jet to fly back and forth to Seattle to the corporate offices. And plus, he makes a really good wage for his job. That's a good gig, man.
It does sound like a good gig.
Yeah, the CEO of Starbucks is doing okay. And he's busy laying down the law. And they're pissed about it.
Why are we not on Rumble? Hang on a second.
I thought you were pulling the plug on that.
Well, no, I said we are going to be on Rumble like today, but why are we? It's supposed to. It should be. It should be. See, okay, this is a good time to explain this because everything's pushed.
It shows us just a screen.
I know, but I'm looking at it. It's and everything says. The funny thing is it says it's going. It's a weird thing. I'm looking at it and it's moving. I don't know what the hell that means. But
whoever is speaking in the room that's not you needs to not speak.
That's one of the housekeepers. They apparently they were making the beds in one of the rooms. I had no idea why it's but it's a good time to tell everybody that we are trying to get everybody over to watch on X. And for whatever reason, it says unable to connect to Rumble. So it's not my fault. It's not. It's a Rumble issue, not
Did the
mine.
housekeeper pull a wire or something while they were dusting?
It's possible that they, I hate to tell on the housekeepers here, but they have a nasty habit of going through, like, your nightstand. So if you have anything you don't want, I'm just not the owner. I'm just a manager.
This is why Smokey Robinson's wife was bad-mouthing him.
Thank you.
What a great story. I love that story. I don't want to believe it's true, but we don't have to get into Smokey Robinson.
But it probably is. Anyway, where was I? Oh, I know what it was. I was going to correct you on the New York thing.
Oh, yeah. Scaffolding.
Do you know why
there
is so much scaffolding in New York?
Yeah, because big scaffolding has taken over. Those bastards have people speaking up for them in the city.
Over the years, several people have been killed in New York City by falling debris from buildings. And they require, because of this, inspections of all of the facades for all of the buildings over 6 stories once every 5 years.
There you go.
And so it is cheaper.
Big scaffolding is just
Thank you. And I think that they probably had a hand in this whole, hey, you got to inspect it every 5 years thing.
Absolutely,
it's genius. It's like the plexiglass people.
Yeah.
Big plexi and big scaffolding. See, while all this other stuff is happening in the world, they're taking over. They're making all the money.
Fortunes. They're making fortunes.
These bastards. I hate it when we find things out like this because then I feel like we have to fight them.
But they're there. I know.
Makes me crazy. It makes me crazy.
I understand.
All right. Sorry, I did. Sorry, I rudely interrupted you to bring.
No, we're good. I was just, saying hello to the people that are waiting on the New Jersey Transit platforms for their train because it ain't coming. And then we have the prison break in New Orleans.
Is this bad?
Well, only 10 or 11 of them broke out. They've caught a couple of them already. 3 or 4 of them. Go. 3 or 4 of them were murderers. You can see them cut across the interstate here. Yeah, there they go. And they used a blanket to go over the barbed wire, and they left a message in the jail cell for the people. There's a picture of what they wrote on the walls. It's like "F you, catch us if you can," that kind of stuff. It's really funny.
Awful.
Really, awful. Awful. It is awful.
You mean in addition to being murderers, they're rude?
Yeah. And the reason that they were able to break out is because they only had one person on duty watching them, and that person left to go get something to eat. So you're being protected well.
Is this the same person who was guarding Jeffrey Epstein?
It's not funny at all. It's not funny. These guys are bad people, and they've got a serious manhunt going on.
Wait a minute. Look at them. Do they look like bad people to you?
Yeah, they do. They're leaving a jail. They're breaking out of a jail. There should be pictures.
How much would you have given to see a car hit one of them? Just poof,
I know.
Right there in the middle.
Boop, boop, boop. And there's the guy with the blanket because he's got to go over the barbed wire. He fell down, dummy.
You don't have to be mean to them.
They've already caught a couple of them, and they're on the hunt. Some of the press conferences, though, I will say this. The press conferences, the people running the police department in New Orleans, remember the lady? She was fired, I think, from San Francisco or Oakland, one or the other, and now she's in charge of New Orleans. And remember, it was when they had the terrorist attack down there before the Super Bowl and before the national championship.
Yep.
And she was such a nightmare. She's back. And there's another spokesman that came out and spoke yesterday that has these really strange glasses on that can't even hardly read. It's just, the New Orleans Police Department, man, holy cow.
Hang on a minute. New Orleans, the PD spokesperson.
She came out yesterday. She's got her Elton John glasses on. She screwed up the phone numbers when she was talking. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Wait a minute. Her.
No.
No?
No. Now, it might be her, but with different glasses. But that's not the one. That's not the one I'm talking about. No. That's from yesterday. My gosh.
What? I'm looking. I got nobody. I mean, there's her. I mean, we got her. Is it her?
Yeah, she's the police chief.
Wait, whoa. That's a police chief?
Yeah.
What? And wait. That's the police chief?
Yeah. Yep. And I think she's the one that got fired from, I can't remember, it's either Oakland or San Francisco.
When did Mama get to be the police chief in New Orleans?
A while ago.
What, is she going to throw her purse at you if you run away?
Well, she's the chief. She's not out there. Where is the stupid thing?
It just gets ridiculous. I mean, come on. What? There's nothing intimidating. I mean, shouldn't you be at least feel a little like, okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm going about this all wrong. It just seems to me that there should be. Jonathan says, does the chief dance the wigwam around the campfire? Possibly.
Yes.
People are waiting on. I don't know why Rumble's not working. People are waiting on Rumble. I have no idea. Everything's pushed and everything's in the right position, and I do not know. It says it's going to Rumble, and
I like that video,
but it's not for some reason. I mean, I see it. I'm looking at it here, and it's not. But it says it's supposed to. Now, maybe if I hold on a second, let me just tweak the Van Ortner. Hold on, enjoy a little brief musical interlude.
Musical interlude?
Yeah, just for a second.
Okay.
That's why we have that's why we hired the band.
It's fixed now. Ron fixed it.
There's the police chief.
I'm told it's been fixed. I'm told that Ron fixed it somehow.
Oh, nice. Well, thank you, Ron.
Yes.
There she is. There she is.
No idea.
Okay, I'm going to send this to you right now. In this clip, she says the phone number is wrong and she can barely read.
Who? Oh, the police chief. Sorry, I was.
No, she's not the police chief, the one I'm talking about, though.
Which, are you emailing this or is this a smoke signal?
I'm going to email this to you.
Okay.
Under NO. There. Yeah.
All right.
NO either stands for no or New Orleans, either
way.
Since they're small, since it was a small case, no, it's not New Orleans, but okay, whatever.
Look, I'm chilling to the music.
I like the musical. Yeah, I like the musical interlude.
It's very nice, isn't it?
I love this stuff. It is. Yes, I would like another Canadian Club on the Rocks, please.
Were those the good old days or what?
Can I hold one of them cigarettes from you? Thank you.
We were talking about that sitting in a casino the other. Well, we weren't sitting in the casino, but we were talking about the good old days of sitting in the casino and playing blackjack and having them, bring by your favorite smokes, and
you can still smoke in casinos.
Yeah, but you can. That doesn't mean you should. But
okay. Thanks, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. We got it.
I mean, you're welcome to. I don't mind. I'm just saying, back in the day when you could sit there and go through like a whole pack of cools playing blackjack, and they were good too. I mean, if I had ever done that.
Right.
Just saying.
I smoke cools for a short period of time, but I'd rather do the not menthol.
Ah, menthol cigarettes were the best.
Nah, not really.
If I had ever
I
done
smoke
them.
coolish for a short period of time. I smoke Newports for a short period of time. It's not the same as a Marlboro Red, man.
No, nothing is like a Marlboro Red except for maybe a Camel non-filter.
I love those too, and the Pall Mall non-filters are good.
Pall Mall
That's a good Pall Mall non-filtered cigarettes are a good cigarette. This is an unpaid commercial for Pall Mall.
Okay, Papa. No what? Pall Mall are like old man cigarettes. Who the hell goes in and
I'm
orders
just
a
telling
pack
you, they're
of
good
Pall
cigarettes.
Malls?
The Camels were too.
Pack of
The
Pall
Camels were
Mall
too
Gold.
short. The Camels were good, but they're too short. The Pall Malls are longer and a lot better.
Right. Extend your
And
pleasure.
The tobacco is either treated differently or not treated the same as the other cigarettes that have filters. So it's a different taste. Tastes great.
Like a cigarette should.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
I think that was Winston, right?
I believe it was.
Winston. Yeah, it tastes good like a
Oh,
cigarette.
there's your...
There's my girl.
Wait, whoa. Hang on a second.
There's my girl.
Is that not the Rumble logo? Are her glasses not like in shape of the Rumble?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe she's sponsored. Maybe New Orleans Police Department is selling sponsorships now. I like
That
it.
is not a bad idea.
No, it is not.
Just saying.
Well, let's.
What is she saying here? I don't know.
Good afternoon, all.
Hello.
I am Major Stephanie Minter Gibson, and I oversee the Crime Victims Unit for the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office.
She's not from around here, is she?
She is not. But she's in charge of the Orleans.
Once I was notified about the escapees, I immediately gathered a team of experienced staff, and we started calling victims and survivors.
I immediately called some experienced staff. I considered calling people with no experience whatsoever.
But I figured no.
And then somebody said, Chief, you really ought to turn your attention to the...
First of all, she's not the chief. She's like Major General or whatever.
Oh, that's right. She said it at the beginning there. Major,
Yeah.
yes. Major General, ma'am, sir, you should probably think about calling, I don't know, the experienced people on the list.
Just to make sure that they are aware of what was going on and that they are
Yeah,
safe.
the victims and the survivors. Yeah.
Just so you can be terrified and know that they're on the
Right.
loose. Hey, by the way, we'll let him out.
Remember that guy that murdered your dad? Yeah, he broke out.
He broke out, and I
he's
mean, he
out.
may
Don't
or
worry.
may not be on the way to your house, but
For the records that had no information, I immediately reached out to our partners. Partners such as NOPD Special Victims Unit, Detective Walton, who was very grateful in helping us, and she provided
who is very grateful in helping us?
Just would you let her finish her press conference, please?
Not really, probably not. I'm guessing. No.
us with other information that we were able to call those families and help them as well. Once we finished the first batch of victims, we started calling the second batch. And actually, the reason why I'm saying that is because I separated them. The chief...
Into batches. Like cookies.
Can you let the Major General finish, please?
I doubt it, but...
From the DA's office, victims, Alison Morgarder, reached out to me, and we both were calling victims. What she had and I did not have, we shared information, and we both gathered all the information, and we made sure all victims were aware of what was going on.
They're on it. They are on it.
We
Like,
picked
move
up
on.
the phone,
Right.
and we looked at the numbers on each one of the list, and we dialed those numbers into the telephone. And
Thank you.
When
Wow,
someone...
are you a major? Are you a Major General now?
I'm practicing to be one. I hopefully
Okay.
someday soon will be grateful enough to do that. And
Okay.
when they would, when we would touch the buttons on the phone, they would sometimes answer, and when they did, we would say things to them, like, "How may I help you?"
Most of the victims were very grateful for the calls. They graciously thanked us. We additionally sent our detectives to their homes for more safety measures. And
No.
that alone speak measures.
She's going to give you some phone numbers to call here in just a second. That's my favorite part of this.
To educate the community on the importance of Vine Link.
Of what? Vine? Is that the name of a program? Vine Link?
Yes. Yeah, I guess.
This is a free app that is listed online, and it is also a guide for victims and survivors to track offenders while they navigate the criminal justice system.
So when they're escaped, does it show them running around?
That's the thing.
Like
it
in the
doesn't.
park?
That's the thing. It doesn't. So
Because it says here on the app that they're in jail, but you're telling me they're not in jail.
I'm grateful that you're gracious enough to call me and let me know they're not in jail.
The number for Vine is 1-800-277-7477.
That remember.
Wait, is that stop because it's not right. That's not right. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, it's 1-866-277-7477. We are located here.
So then she goes on. Okay, so then she gives another couple numbers, and they're different. Each one is different. It's amazing. It's just amazing.
On the third floor of the sheriff's office, and our contact number here is 504-827-6754, 504-202-9229. Thank you.
What number do we call? Plus, I must say, I got to back up for just a little bit, and I apologize for this. I want to apologize for this because I communicate. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. I commutate. No, what's the word I'm looking for?
Conversate.
Yeah, conversate with you on Saturday Morning Live here.
Right.
This is not the New Orleans Police Department. This is the Sheriff's Department. So she's the spokesman. Sheriff's Department.
Right, because Grandma is the police chief.
Right, and she's the one that came out with this for New Orleans. That's good stuff, though. They should be proud down there in the New Orleans Parish community.
Yep. She got elected, didn't she?
Proud.
She got elected.
The sheriff did. She's not the sheriff, so I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. She's just the Rumble spokesperson.
Yeah. I mean, it's just amazing to me. And look, they're doing a hard job. And I appreciate what they're doing.
Right.
It's not their fault that New Orleans, that I'm aware of, that these guys broke out of the jail. But so they've got a tough job to do, and I appreciate what they're doing.
Wait, do you know how they got out? Do you know how they broke out?
Yes, that's what I was. Yes.
How did they? They removed a toilet?
Yeah, they went.
Ew.
There's pictures of the breakout. It's awesome. The jail cells when they broke out.
Wait,
it's
so
really
they went down the toilet hole?
No.
Well, breakout through toilet.
Yeah, through the wall.
10 minutes through the okay. Oh.
You'll see what they did when you bring up the pictures of the jail cell.
I just found the you mean this one?
There's all kinds of pictures. Yeah. Easy, LOL. Too easy.
Wow, and they're not smart because they didn't even spell two correctly. Okay, good. So they took a urinal off the wall. It wasn't a toilet. No. Oh, was it? No. It was, sorry.
Yeah,
it was an all-in-one.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will say the jail cell needs to be cleaned a little bit.
It does. I mean, whoever is in charge of cleaning that place is not... Is that a rubber on the floor?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
What would they be doing with that in prison?
You know, New York has a special judge in charge of all their jails now. The city is not in charge of the jails anymore. They have a special prosecutor judge lady in charge of all the jails because they're so screwed up.
So,
I mean, that's New York. That's just another story. But this is New Orleans, so it's
we innocent. That's... You ever been in jail?
Not that I'm telling you.
I have.
Not that I'm telling you.
I spent 2 nights in L.A. County Jail the weekend after I turned, like 2 months after I turned 18. And it was, I mean, I hate to spoil it for you. It was not much fun. It sounds like it would be fun, but it really isn't all that much fun. And it smells bad. and I slept on the floor up underneath a bunk because there weren't any bunks left, and I wasn't about to.
Nobody scooted over for you?
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there could have been plenty of invitations. I just, I figured I can live through 48 hours of just about anything.
Right, of course.
Ask me if I took a shower.
Brad, did you take a shower?
Oh, hell no. I didn't go anywhere near.
There was one available, though?
They did. I think daily you could, they all went down and I think that's where they all went. I heard something about a shower, and then they would all come back, and I just never went because I didn't want to.
Oh, you hate people.
I did. I wasn't in a very talkative mood. I think I've told this story before. When they put you all in this big room before you get to go to your cell, so they call out your names and blah blah blah, and you go over here, and they call out Staggs. Yes. Hello. Hi, me. And
it's me. I'm down here underneath.
Hi. And he said, "Are you afraid what all these black boys going to do to you in here?" And how do you answer that question? No.
Yes. No, we're good.
Yes.
No, we're good.
And so I answered the only way I knew how. I went, "Should I be?" Which I thought was pretty ingenious. I mean, just for being, wet behind the ears still, 18 years old, I thought, man, that was pretty good. Patted myself on the back for that one. And then I got, taken down the road to the cell. That was exciting. Good times. Great oldies.
You need to fix that microphone, man.
I know, it's driving me crazy.
That right there. I normally don't mind so much.
You don't like that?
We've talked about this off air, but now that it's on the air, I have to address the problem.
It really shouldn't do that. I mean,
no, it's good.
As an audio product from the company, well, this is before Logitech bought them, but that's not something you want to have in your microphone.
No, it should not be happening at all. There should be something fixing that.
Jonathan says, I was paired up with a guy who looked like Terry Crews.
You mean? I thought they all looked like Terry Crews, but I don't know what jail cell you were in.
Right? Yeah, it's just a
joke.
Let me tell you. The oh, you're right. Lep says her voice reminds me of that chick from Police Academy, high and squeaky. Starbucks CEO, good. I don't want to get into New Jersey. Lady Cougar says. Anyway, yeah, I forget where I was. I feel like Joe Biden. I know.
Boy, some of that. If I had to stop listening to those her tapes because it's just bad. It's exactly what you think they're going to be when you think about Joe Biden and all these mainstream media commentators that are trying to distance themselves from what they knew and what we all knew of the downfall of Joe Biden, which started way before a year before the end of his term. We all knew it. And they have to distance themselves like, we were shielded. We didn't know. They all could rot. They all could rot in LA County Jail.
Chuck Schumer said that they...
Yeah, we're looking forward. That's their new motto. I heard what's his face from the Congress too. What's his name? I can't even think of his name. I can see his stupid face. We're moving forward. Who's the head of the Democratic Congress? What's his stupid name?
Hakeem Jeffries?
Yeah, Hakeem Jeffries, yeah.
Oh, Hakeem.
Yeah, good old Hakeem. He's using the same thing. We got this time to move forward. Okay, we got it, Hakeem. And you're just as guilty as the rest of them for looking the other way. And so is Chuck Schumer. That's why he's going to lose. That's why if AOC doesn't run for president, she's going to run for his Senate seat and win. And then AOC will be a senator. Think about that for a moment.
God bless America.
Yeah, that's what you should be.
Anybody.
You can be anything,
if you
anywhere, anytime.
you do. It helps if you have boobs.
It does.
Not gonna lie. And anybody who wants to wrestle me on that
Remarkably,
one,
she does.
come on.
Remarkably, she does.
Right. And she's one of those who, unfortunately, when the pie hole opens, the points get sucked off the board. But she does. I mean, without the pie hole open, there's plenty of points on the board.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now all I hear is this damn thing.
You're mixing drinks. Are we at the bar?
Possibly. So, and I just heard part of this last night. I mean, we all knew.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I listened to last night, I don't know how long or how many clips Axios is putting out there, uploading out there for us to hear. I don't know if it's a 2-hour audio deliciousness or whatever it is. I heard a couple of 5-minute clips, and it's just, I'm so glad that he lost, and I'm so glad that he's not president of the United States anymore. And I'm happy that they released this or leaked this, but I just can't. I mean, the guy just.
How much of a leak is it? And how did it get leaked? I don't know. It's not a leak.
Probably on Pam's desk, and somebody came in and.
Cambridge Road, and there were documents related to the Penn Biden Center or the Biden or the cancer moonshot or your book. Where
cancer
did you keep?
Yeah, you know all the money you took for your cancer moonshot and then closed your company down. That money, Joe.
Wait a minute. You mean they haven't cured cancer? I thought that's what they were doing. They have not
cured cancer. No, and his foundation. All they did was spend money on events, and then whatever money was left over, they all deep pocketed it before it shut down. You mean that moonshot, Joe?
Wow, you're making him sound like Trump.
Right?
It's really weird.
I know.
That related to those things that you were actively working on.
Were you actively?
Well, I don't know. This is what, 2017, 18, that area?
Yes, sir.
Remember, in this time frame,
Got to talk about Bo here, right? Yes, of course.
Either been deployed or is dying.
One of the two.
Into that, one of the two.
Deployed or dying, they both begin with D.
And remember, he came out after this and said that it was them that brought up his son, Bo. How dare they? There's video of him at the podium. Remember when he came out and said, "How dare they ask me about my son, Bo?" And he was questioning this, which is exactly the opposite. Just maddening. The whole thing is just maddening.
Wow. Trump is a rapist. Shut up, pig.
Exactly.
Can't even believe you would. Wow.
I know. And Donald Trump was talking about taking a free plane from Qatar. Oh, by the way, that whole process started under this guy. Never mind that, though. Never mind that. It's Donald Trump's a bad guy. Never mind.
Do we like that? The plane from it's Qatar, but that's okay.
No, it is not. The head guy, the emir guy, said Qatar the other day.
Like they know how to pronounce their own country.
Yeah,
please.
Thank you.
So anyway, this plane from Qatar. How do we feel about that?
Okay, that's a separate story.
I don't know how to feel. I mean, I'm thinking, hey, free plane.
And that's what Trump is thinking, a free plane. Now, for what? $400 million, and it's still gonna cost a bunch of money to get it up to Air Force One ready ability anyway.
Right.
But the whole process was started under this douchebag. Donald Trump didn't have anything to do with it in the beginning, and so he said, why wouldn't I take a free plane? It's not like, and I will say this. Originally, I thought, I don't know if I would do that. But you know what? I thought about it. I'm like, why not? It's not like it isn't like Air Force One's going to land. Trump's going to walk over to the new Qatar airplane.
The Qatar airplane. Right?
And walk up those steps, and that's all of a sudden, all right, let's go. It's not going to happen.
Bring my suitcase over from the whole plane.
All right, let's go. That's not going to happen.
I'm getting on this one now. No, I know.
Yeah.
Remember where we parked that one because someone's going to have to move it. But no, this is the new. I mean,
Right.
look at. This is I think another This is another dog bone to the press.
Oh, absolutely.
This is another. They are so
100%.
many, and they follow all of them.
100%. And all the good he's done. My gosh, this guy. There's actually work now, and I don't want to talk about all this crap on this show.
And yet here you are.
You started it.
I didn't start anything.
Yes, you did.
I prove it. I didn't do anything. I just sat here.
Okay. All right. Now I'm done.
You act like I'm an instigator. You act like I come in and throw grenades into the room and then walk away. I don't.
I will just say this. All right. I will just say this. Tell me another president in the recent past.
Don't you dare denigrate Barack Obama's name.
Tell me another president that has done more for world peace, not war, than Donald Trump.
Why are you such a racist? I can't even. I'm not.
We joked around about them never giving him a Nobel Peace Prize, but there was rumblings this week about the possibility of giving him a Nobel Peace Prize. The world will be on fire. They will be burning plantations in Louisiana before Donald Trump gets a Nobel Peace Prize. Oh wait, that's happening.
Hey, hang on, I'm looking for it. I got it. I know it's over here. I just have to find it.
Oh wait, that's happening.
That's right. Here it is.
I mean, I don't know if there's plenty of pictures out there of the plantation burning, but I saw actual fire footage yesterday. But these are some great pictures and there's plenty of people out there.
Wow.
Of all skin colors, happy that this bastard plantation is burnt to the ground. This was built on the backs of slaves.
So, let me get this right.
And it was, but
absolutely, it was built with slave labor. So you're going to take their work and burn it down.
Yep.
You're going to take an example of what they did and burn it to the ground.
Yep.
Okay. It makes
this guy that built it back in 1800s. I want to say 1850, but I don't remember. I think
it was 1859.
I'm finding the stupid story, but he had hundreds of slaves, a couple hundred slaves, and then he did cotton, and he did some other. He went into some other works.
Do you mean cotton?
That's what I said.
Cotton, a cotton farmer.
Cotton, yeah, that's what I said.
All right, just cotton.
Well, look, I commutate all weekend, every day. ChewingTheFat@theblaze.com. I commutate every day.
Me too. It's hang on a second. It is when the hell was this thing built? 1859. I was right.
Yeah. Okay.
Boy, I hate it. You know what? Do you know how tough it is to be?
I said like 1850.
But I said 1859, which was right on the nose, and I get no credit for that whatsoever.
You just gave yourself credit for it.
If somebody had to. You people. You people.
So this, I guess, means Donald Trump will get a Nobel Peace Prize?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
We're burning plantations now?
Yes.
We're burning history. We're burning history and reminders. I guess we just leave it there as the rubble, so it reminds us that was the plantation that housed slaves. Nottoway.
Oh. Tell me we're not living in a simulation, and it was called Nottoway Plantation. Nottoway. Home to 155 enslaved people, otherwise known as slaves.
I read the story about the guy that was the slave owner, and he, what he did, and what a bastard he was.
But did this thing? It didn't just light itself on fire.
I believe that it did, Brett. Well, I will say this: it's still under investigation. Is this an investigation that ever gets solved, or they just say, we don't know?
You'll find the answer to this right next in the file cabinet, right next to Jeffrey Epstein.
All right. Hey, go back to that. Did that news guy just put up his Blue Sky account?
This video right here.
Yeah. Yes, he did. It was a Blue Sky account. You bastard. Tell me you're a liberal without telling me you're a liberal.
We're never getting out of this.
Awesome.
We are never.
I do have a Blue Sky account, so I do
too. I do. I just went over.
I couldn't tell you. I have to remember my password and everything, but I did set up a Blue Sky account.
You know what I found? The easiest way to remember your just make your password like password 123. It's so easy to remember. It really
there
is.
you go.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And I just do it. I do it on all of mine, and that way it's never.
That's
don't
a
say
good
anything.
idea.
Don't tell anybody though when you've done that, because see, it's reverse psychology. Because no one thinks you're
I should
stupid
probably
enough to
just
do
like
that.
password 1235.
Yes, that's a yes.
And
See?
nobody would guess that.
Nope. No. Now you're thinking.
No one would guess that.
Yeah, Blue
okay.
Sky. Have you ever been over to Blue Sky?
Okay, and I have not. When it first was the big push on it, I set up an account and went away. But I believe I still have the app on my phone. So.
It's cat videos.
Okay.
Literally, it's like that. That was all that was there was cat video, and it's weird. And occasionally you would get Trump is a rapist, but
of course.
But for the most part, it was cat
And
videos.
Leprosy.
See, I don't even know how to. I can't log in right now because Lord knows I don't want to type in password 123. But it's. But we're never. I realize we're never getting out of this.
Probably not.
Situation that we're in. We're never. It's never again going to be the same because people won't let it go. Look at who's talking. You guys are not letting it go either. Yeah, but we happen to be the observers and the commentator. We're the commuters of the right side. We're not the stupid ones. And see, when you're not the stupid ones, you can look at the other stupid ones and realize how stupid they are, and you realize, well, I'm not going to bend because I'm not stupid, right?
Right. I'm just a commentator.
I'm a commuter. I'm just your standard commutator.
Commentator.
Right. Commutate. Commuter. Right. That's all I do.
Yeah.
I just commutate. Yeah. And so, but I know which, I can see which side is the stupid side, and it's not this side, it's that side. So I'm not going to bend.
But knowing they think the very same thing.
But that's because they're stupid.
Oh, well, there you go.
They're the stupid ones. and you combine that with the fact that everybody who is in charge, I say in charge, but the people in Washington and other governments, they like it when we are all out here, cat scratching each other and clawing each other's eyes out, because it makes us
forget about them.
so much easier. Yes, and it makes us so much easier to manage. And it's sad, but I don't think we ever get out of this spiral of a shite show. Unless
I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong too, but
I will
I'm
say
not.
this: I think the Alamo is going to burn this weekend, and I want to be the person that says when it happens, you heard it here first, because I'm telling you that this plantation burned because do you remember Annabelle, the doll that we weren't supposed to open the box?
Yes.
Do you remember Annabelle? All right. So Annabelle was in New Orleans not very long ago. She's on tour. Her home is this occult museum in Connecticut. Now, earlier, like a week and a half ago or something, they took her out of the box because the box is supposed to be closed. And they took her out of the box in West Virginia and put her in some other kind of box. And then she's on tour now. And this weekend, today, she's at the Psychic and Spirit Fest in San Antonio. And is so...
Is that her?
Annabelle and the doll. You got the whole box though. That's probably from the movie, The Conjuring. But you want her in the box? There you go. The one up there. That's her in the box. Yeah.
Aha. Wait, no, that looks like Raggedy Ann.
Yes. Yeah, the real one. Yeah.
Oh, that's
there's
Annabelle.
She's done some very terrible things. She makes people do very terrible things. You do not want the bad juju of Annabelle hooking onto you.
What do Jews have to do with this?
But if you're going to go to the Curious Twins Paranormal and Victoria's Black Swan Inn for the fourth annual Psychic and Spirit Fest today in San Antonio. Man, be careful. Be careful, because Annabelle is in town.
Hang on a second. I just remembered something.
Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
All right.
Was that... So
yeah,
you can, as the audience, you can choose which one of those that we've talked about.
That's correct.
Was third and second, and
that's correct.
And what's coming up is first. Love what was the place you mentioned? The bed and breakfast that was the paranormal thing?
Yeah, where the psychics and mediums and spiritualists are gathering today in San Antonio. The Curious Twins Paranormal and Victoria's Black Swan Inn for the fourth annual Psychic and Spirit Fest. Right there on Hollowbrook Drive in San Antonio.
I love that place. I really do.
So if something big in San Antonio burns, that's why. Okay? Just say. That's why.
This person had a bad day.
Not really.
Kind of.
Not really.
Ish.
She walks away.
Damn, baby.
She walks away.
You know she's going to be sore later. She's going to take a nap. She's going to get
30 years, she's not going to be able to walk.
Because she just got whacked between a car and a block wall. Oh, hell, we got to go. Come on, we get the hell out of this place. Crazy. These people are crazy.
I think that she does end up getting arrested. The full story. I don't remember the full story behind.
Wait. Who gets arrested? Here. The driver or the chick
girl
that
got hit? Yeah, the girl that got hit. I think she was part of some crew.
Oh. Ouch.
If I remember the story right, I don't have the full story in front of me, but I'm pretty sure there was issues after this. But the point of the story is that she walks away from that. And that's pretty amazing.
Girl walks away like nothing happened after getting slammed into a brick wall by a person driving a car at Bishopville, South Carolina. This happened at a Dollar Tree. That is surprising. I'm impressed. Multiple individuals facing charges.
Why is that surprising?
It just is. After a fight broke out at a Dollar Tree, it is a Dollar Tree. On Mother's Day, 3 teens, 2 adults started fighting in the parking lot before a 17-year-old hit a 15-year-old with their car into the store. Wait a second. So a 17-year-old driving the car hits the 15-year-old, pops him into the wall. According to police, 19-year-old Kelvin Hickman and 24-year-old Shamira Blyther arrested and charged with disorderly conduct. 17-year-old was charged with attempted... Okay, why can you not spell out the word Erdermay on X? Because no one... Like he's got
Captain
it and he's
Murder.
calling...
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got the little asterisk thing there.
Right.
And if you see the word apre, there'll be like an R and then a asterisk and then a PE. It's like no one spells apre or Erdermay or Uis, say, any of those things.
Okay.
I'm just being cautious because as a commuter, I make sure that I cover the bases.
I mean, what you do every day is commutate.
I do. I with some of the best. I've seen some of the best commutators come through here. It's amazing. 15-year-old who was hit somehow walked away with no serious injuries.
There you go.
Horse shit. There's some serious injuries in there. You don't know it yet.
That's very possible. That's very possible. You see the story out of, and I think it's in New York. I was thinking it was in New Jersey, but it's actually in New York, where this 83-year-old man crashed into the wall bank. And this happened about 2 months ago. Okay, so he shows up and he pulls up, and he thought that he hit the brake, but he hits the gas and he smashes through the bank wall. Okay. Well, 2 months later, nothing. They didn't cite him. He was 83. They said, get out of here. The bank was fine. They put up some plywood. They're waiting for the wall to be fixed. So 2 months later, the same guy, still 83 by the way, comes to the bank and pulls up, and then he said, I thought I had it in park. And he smashes through the wall again that was all plywooded up. So
why do you hate 83-year-old men?
He did get a ticket for both incidences after the second incident. I don't know that whenever the right move is to take his keys away from him, but
not yet.
We have to wait for his tape to be released from the investigation from the Department of Justice.
Right. Yes.
Then we can take the keys away. Okay.
And it was exactly 6 weeks to the hour.
Well, that's the time he goes to the bank, right? That's his bank day.
Right. Yeah. Second crash mirrors almost exactly.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I wonder what his insurance company is going to do.
Oh yeah. I mean, you gotta.
He's done.
Yeah.
Right. He's done. Why can't old people get insurance? This. That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Okay, but I just remembered that we were gonna, because this is a. Hold on a second.
Oh, we gotta play the trailer. I teased playing the trailer.
Oh, nobody too. Yes. Hang on.
I teased that on Chewing the Fat. I can't let the people down.
You do
the two
that
people
daily.
that listen to the show. Oh, that's
do
a
that
good
every
point.
day.
But I'm a commentator or whatever she said.
Commutator.
Commuter. I commentate. Yeah.
On the computers.
Yeah.
All right, because then we got to get to the goat. The goat has to be
real or not real.
Yeah. So, but I agree. The
all right. So this is
nobody.
Yeah, this is Odenkirk, and they're coming out with Nobody 2. The first Nobody was awesome. It was such a fun ride. And this looks like it's going to be just as fun.
I've come to terms with the fact that you don't have an average job.
You guys having fun at the convention?
But we haven't seen you in months.
What happened to your eye?
Somebody fouled me at the game.
What game?
The one you missed.
And summer break's just a few days away.
We should do something. Strictly family time.
Come on, kids.
There you go.
It can be an adventure.
Oh, we're gonna get tagged for that. Hold on, you talk over like you can't hear it. So Christopher, okay, sorry, just trying to get not the algorithm to tag the song if we do that.
Okay,
Right. Stop.
On vacation, all the pictures are going.
That's it. Shut up.
Hey, city boy.
Hey.
Get out of here. Let's go right now.
Oh.
I understand protecting your sister, but there are other ways to handle things. I left my phone.
Hutch, no.
Well, I think you're way better.
The algorithm is kind of
What the hell, Hutch? On our first day?
Oh.
I think I stumbled into something.
You're vacationing in an old bootlegging route, full of drugs, crooked cops, and one woman who controls it all. You didn't take your family there, did you?
Yeah.
You'll want to de-escalate the situation.
De-escalate. No escalating. Guys, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm here on vacation.
Oh.
De-escalate.
It's the duck when it squeaks.
De-escalate.
Find this nobody.
Scorched earth.
I just want a break.
Nobody.
There's no way you were just some family man.
Oh, yeah.
We all have different sides.
Oh.
Find this nobody. Yeah. Nobody's on vacation. On vacation, yes.
Whoa,
The algorithm.
that's
Yeah, look at
Christopher
that.
Lloyd.
On vacation.
That is
Yeah.
badass right there.
I told you.
fucking vacation! Oh.
Not vacation. Nobody too. That'll be a fun ride. That will be a fun ride.
I love Bob Odenkirk.
I do too.
I don't ever want to meet him.
Oh, I know.
We talked to Jay Johnston a couple of weeks ago, who was on Mr. Show with Odenkirk and David Cross. Remember, he was at January 6th, right?
Okay.
You know who I'm talking about? Stu loves
sure.
him. No, Stu and not Stu both love him. Jay Johnston. It's Johnston, not John Stone, right? Johnston, yeah. Comedian.
You just talked to him.
Right. But
you just talked to him.
I did, but I'm saying that I said I don't want to know. I know you worked with him, but I don't want to know if Bob Odenkirk is a good guy. I don't want to. Don't tell me, because I don't want to know. Because you can't unsee that stuff. It sucks. As a matter of fact, one of the people I watch on YouTube, this person said something.
Oh, no.
In a video I was watching yesterday, and I was like, I'm trying desperately to forget that this person said that.
Oh, no.
It was like after I read James Garner's book, The Rockford Files, and in it he said that he thought Barack Obama was one of the smartest, if not the smartest president we've ever had.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to justify that in my head, going, oh, I don't think Barack Obama's stupid.
Absolutely not.
Right. So that wasn't really a statement that I have to take aside, right? So Garner's still okay? Please, just go with me on this.
You use that.
Okay.
Yes,
all right,
that.
good. Then I'm going to grab that, because I don't want to. I hate that. It bothers me. Not as much as not as much as this dragon bothers me.
Okay, so I see this. Is this real or not real? This is Saturday Morning Live. Real or not real?
We'll both be up here for this one, because I'm thinking there's no sound on it, is there? Or,
not I'm aware of.
Oh, yeah, there
I don't want to mess with.
Yeah. By the way, if you are distressed watching things eat things, don't watch this. That is a Komodo dragon and a goat.
Real or not real?
That's worse than a dog. It's like that. They don't even stop to taste. Doesn't that piss you off about dogs? I mean, when you give them something to eat, it's like, dude, that's steak. Taste it. Like, roll it around in your mouth for a second. I mean, I don't know.
They do in their own way. They do there in their own way.
They don't. They just and swallow it
in their own way. See, like this now, the dragon will go off and lay down and just enjoy that goat.
I would have paid good money if he had burped. I mean,
or you would have heard. Bah. For the next couple of days, that's all you hear from the Komodo dragon.
Wait, okay. What happens to the bones? Does it when a Komodo dragon poops? Are there bones in it?
Yeah, of course.
How do you? Doesn't that hurt?
Have you not worked at a zoo before?
Yes. No.
Okay.
Maybe.
Good answer. Yeah, good answer.
I feel like this is
number one.
So we're going with real. Yes.
I mean, that was a whole goat.
Right. I mean, that's the way it was served. Well, you eat things that are delivered to you the way they're served.
The plating, I mean, could have used some work. The presentation, I think, maybe. Wow, would you look at the time? It's already time for the.
Oh, really? Already? Seriously?
I know, right? It's crazy.
Oh man, I got
fast.
Find the joke of the day.
Time flies. Wow.
I've laughed at this joke for a couple of days now, and it's a big guy joke. So, stay with me. All right. When I was a tourist in Thailand, I took a bus trip. And I was seated next to the most gorgeous girl I'd ever set eyes on. Perfect breasts, almost spilling out of her blouse. Perfect legs, gorgeous face. The small seats, we ended up being pushed right up close to me. And I kept thinking to myself, don't get an erection. Don't get an erection. But she did.
Even though another exciting episode of Saturday Morning Live is in the rearview mirror, that doesn't mean you can't reach out and get touched by Brad or Jeffy. Send Jeff Fisher an email, chewingthefat@theblaze.com. Follow him on X at JeffyJFR. Buy a cameo from Jeffy. It's not free, but it is priceless. And remember that another fantastic chapter of Chewing the Fat drops Monday at 4 p.m. The best way to reach Brad, smoke signals. Or you can email him, brad@thedailymojo.com. Follow him on his socials at Real Brad Staggs. And download the Daily Mojo app. It's in the Apple App Store. And be sure to enable notifications. You're now free to roam about the country. See you next week at the same bat time and same bat channel. I'm not Stu, reminding you to always be yourself. Unless you can be Batman. And in that case, be Batman.
Be Batman.